A lot easier with the homie Chris helping me with mail call. Oh, this is a cool seller that does buy one, get one 20% off. Both these games are priced pretty similarly, around like $23. So I paid like 20 and 23 effectively. Oh, come on. These wrinkled manuals. Look at that. Didn't look like that in the picture. Here's one I just don't have very often at all. Don't see it often. Atlas Bomberman. Cheap. Don't mind if I do. Alright, you gotta be careful with these motherfuckers. These things have those particles all inside. These things will get messy on you. Yeah, hard to reuse this one. This one's full of fucking vacuum cleaner dust. Throw that out. Heavy too. Ooh, reseller tip. Try to keep your listings under £1 so you can utilize USPS first class if you're in the United States. Once you go above £1, you're dealing in priority mail territory, and it just becomes pricier. It cuts in your margins a bit because you're paying more for postage. But the big thresholds are, the only thresholds are for first class are 4 ounce, 8 ounce, 12 ounce, and 16 ounce. Those are your main thresholds. Anything in between those just gets rounded up, essentially. Cheap pokies. So, for example, if you know your package weighs 2.5 ounces for some handheld game, you can just log it in as 4 ounce and you'll pay the exact same. But every time you break into a new threshold of first class shipping, there's a pretty substantial rate increase. And it adds up when you're doing volume, so don't judge me for what I consider substantial, but we could be talking about like $327 jumps to $395, all because you might have busted an ounce or something, or you were being generous rather than super calculated. And if you were calculated, you would have realized like, man, this weighs in at 4 ounce, but maybe you called it 5 ounces. Well, you just paid an extra 70 cents to Uncle Sam for no good reason. Why'd I get 2 of these? I don't need 2 of them. I probably want to just make sure I had a nice... And no insert either. Must have just been sitting there for way too cheap. It's alright, nice Capcom case to swap for something better. Saturday Night Slam Masters or something. Alright, last package. Last 2. Thank you for bearing with me. No homie Chris here to help. Come on. It's just shipped in like a fucking mini pizza box. Oh, cool. Nice. They could have bubble mailed that. I wouldn't have been upset. Finally get my hands on some Akai katanas. I really need to clear out Amazon, because Amazon, they're sitting pretty cheap last I checked. And this seems to be, I don't fucking trust that publisher. I feel like they might have new old stock that they're being cute about. But on the 360, when it comes to shmups, this one seems to be the scarcest. And it's fucking badass. The badass Cave shooter. Cave also did Death Smiles on 360. Very badass game. But they made a lot of those limited edition stupid big box ones that come with a OG 360 faceplate. Who the fuck wants a faceplate for the original crap model 360? So Death Smiles, it just seems like there's a lot of copies that sit around brand new in those big collector's edition boxes. Akai Katana though, her brother, Death Smiles' brother, Akai Katana, also developed by Cave. Great fucking shooter. Doesn't surface on eBay very often. I've been noticing the Raiden games surface more often than this. This is cheaper than Raiden Aces. It's cheaper than Raiden 4. And it seems scarcer. And it seems way cooler, in my opinion. So, like, if there's not a horde at Deal Tavern that they're just waiting to list in the future when the price goes up, there's no new old stock holding this back. This is going to become a very pricey shooter on 360. Mark my words, heed my warning. Although heed with caution, I say. Because like I said, you never know. Video game collectability has been realized since the early 2000s, so a lot of people sit on factory sealed stuff, hoard new old stock away, wait for Metal Jesus to do his job, and then they've got a big old stash. Speaking of Raiden, or as John Hancock would say, Raiden Trad, Raiden 4. Sexy. That about does it. Quick little overview of my pig ups. My pig ups. Got a couple issues I need to work out. Like that Saw-2 that came in looking like dog shit. Fix that. Man, all these, like every single Saw-2 I got in doesn't look very pretty. Looks ex-rental. And then that fake sealed Operation Darkness. It's supposed to have a security seal. Never seen a sealed one without that security seal. So that's fucked. What the hell? It's like I'll have to look closely for super glue or something. Seller's gonna have no idea what I'm talking about, so he's gonna put up a fight, guaranteed. But that's not cool. I've got like 15 sealed copies of this fucking game, and every single one has a security seal there. So what's going on with that? Also doesn't look the prettiest on the inside. Just a hunch. Alright, overview time. Let's do my overview. 40 minutes. God damn, I can get carried away. Chatty. Need the homie Chris to keep me in check. Here's your mill call overview. Paying retail. Reseller paying retail. 2020 now. Anyways, until next time, until the next mill call, you guys take it easy.